You don't even know who you are. I know that might sound harsh, but please hear me out. You think that you're your name, your job title, your bank account, your past mistakes, your successes, your failures. But what if I told you that everything that you think you are is simply just a costume that you're wearing? And underneath that costume, underneath all of those other things, is something so powerful, so infinite, so incredible that if you truly understood it, you'd never doubt yourself again. Look, if you clicked on this video, you're probably going through some amount of self-doubt right now. Maybe you're questioning your worth, your abilities, your purpose. Maybe you're feeling stuck, you're feeling limited, or like you're not living up to your potential. You're looking at your life and you're thinking, is this all there is? Is this really who I am? Is this all I could be, do, and have? And the reason you're feeling this way is because you've been identifying with all the wrong things. You've been confusing the costume that you're wearing. Let me just draw like a little person with the little superhero cape. You've been confusing the costume for the person wearing it. Hey family, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Chris. I made my first million by 25 in business, and now I'm documenting my journey and what it actually takes to build a $1 million per year life doing what you love. On this channel, I share cool shit that has helped me and hundreds of other people win in work and life. Things like identity shifting, subconscious reprogramming, manifestation, mindfulness, productivity, and stacking more paper, baby. So if you are ready to stop playing small and start winning at the level that you know you're capable of, be sure to hit subscribe. So to jump in, we're going to talk about the false identities. Let me ask you something, and I really want you to think about this. Do you know who you are? Who are you? Most people answer with their name, their job, their achievements, their relationships, or their problems. I'm Jim. I'm a teacher. I'm divorced. I make $60,000 a year. I struggle with anxiety. I'm bipolar, whatever. But here's the thing. None of that is actually who you are. Your name, that's just a label your parents gave you. If they had named you something else, would you just be a different person? Your job, that's just what you do for money. It's not your essence. Your bank account, that's just made up bullshit, numbers on a screen that fluctuate based on circumstances and hustle, baby. Your past, those are just experiences you've had. Those are not your identity. Your body, that's just the vehicle, the meat suit that you're riding through this lifetime. Even your thoughts and your emotions and the things that you imagine in your mind, they come and go like weather patterns. So are you really just the activity that's happening inside of you? No. Bob Proctor, one of my greatest teachers, has a powerful answer to this question. When asked, who are you? And his answer is brilliant. He would say, I am not my name. That is just what people call me. I'm not my body. That's just what I live in. I'm not my job. That's just what I do. And I'm not my bank account. That's just what I have. So what was left? Who was he really? And he would say, I am a temporary, I'm just going to draw this like massive energy. I'm a temporary spiritual being having a temporary physical experience. And that, my friend, is exactly who you are too. Bob would go even deeper and he would say, look, if I'm not my name, if I'm not my body, my job, or my possessions, then what am I? I am consciousness. I am awareness that observes all of these things. So think about it this way. You can observe your thoughts, which means you're not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You can observe your emotions, which means you're not your emotions. You're the observer of your emotions. You can also observe your body, which means you're not your body. You are simply the observer of your body. So the question really is, who is this observer, this consciousness that is aware of everything, but isn't any of these temporary things? Well, Bob Proctor called this consciousness the real, I'm going to put in quotations, you. Because what is you? And this part of you, or this, which is, the real you is the eternal, infinite part of you that exists beyond all labels and limitations. Another name for this is your higher self. And Bob reminds us that we are not a physical being having a spiritual experience. We're a spiritual being having a temporary physical experience. And when you really understand this, I mean, really get it in your bones, everything changes. Because if you are consciousness itself, if you are a spiritual being, then what exactly are you limited by? Your past? No, because you're not your past. Your current circumstances? No, because you're not your circumstances. Other people's opinions of you? No, because you are not what others think of you. And your fears? No, because you are not your fears. You are the infinite consciousness that is temporarily experiencing all of those things. And the only true limits that you have are the ones that you or other people have placed on you. Now, real quick, if this is resonating with you, you like learning about consciousness, manifestation, identity shifting, then I want to invite you to check out the free community and program in the description. And for those that want to work with me closer, there's another link in there to do just that. So now I want to talk about something. I want to talk about your divine nature. I'm going to draw like the sun to represent that divine nature you have. You can go look at the majority of spiritual, metaphysical, esoteric, philosophical teachings across all cultures, religions, and centuries, and there is a consistent message in almost all of them. You are not separate from the divine or the infinite. You are the divine and infinite expressing itself in human form. You are I am. Just like in Exodus, when Moses asks God, who should he say sent him? God responds, I am that I am. Not I was or I will be, I am. Present tense, eternal, and fully present. And here's the kicker. The same I am exists in you. So when you say, I am happy, I am successful, I am abundant, you're using the creative power of the universe itself. You're using that consciousness and you're conditioning it based on the label you place on it. You're not just describing yourself, you're literally creating yourself in that moment. It's like the saying, so God created man in his own image. Well, God isn't just some dude in the sky who looks like us. We are not made to look like God in form, but in essence and energy. To be created in God's image means we're imbued with the same creative power, the ability to imagine, to will, and to create reality through our consciousness. And another way to look at this, for those of people who are like, oh, I don't like the word God because of like religious trauma or personal beliefs, that's fine. Here's my belief. There are thousands of names for God or the infinite or the divine, but really it's nameless. Like it's a kind of a human game to try to name it anyways. They're just labels. So for you who don't like to use the idea of God, use the universe. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are the universe experiencing itself. And now I want to talk about something a little juicy and controversial. I want to talk about Christ consciousness. So I'm going to draw this person over here with a halo over their head. That's how Yeshua or Jesus was predominantly described. So I think it's fitting. And when I talk about Christ consciousness, I'm not necessarily only talking about Jesus Christ or really Jesus the Christ, but Jesus said, I and my Father are one, not I will be with my Father someday. We are one, present tense. And then he said something even more radical. These things that I do, you shall do also, and greater things than these. So he was pointing to the fact, Yeshua or Jesus was pointing to the fact that when we awaken to consciousness, when we realize our divine nature, we can be as powerful as him, basically. It's the realization that you don't become divine, you always have been divine. And look at the historical reference of Jesus, or I prefer his actual name, Yeshua. He performed miracles. He healed the sick, freed the mentally ill, and gave people a new life free from their past mistakes or experiences. Neville Goddard even said, God became man so that man could become God. And I think that Yeshua is a perfect example of this. Rumi, the poet, the Sufi poet also said, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. And that's not all. Basically, Christ consciousness is this awareness, this I am awareness present tense, but it's not just Christianity or other theologies that spoke about this. You can find this example everywhere. For example, I believe it's pronounced Upanishads declare, Tat tuvam asi, thou art that. You are that, the ultimate reality, the source of everything. Hindu philosophy teaches, it's called Ahom Brahmasi, I am Brahman, or Brahman, I am the absolute reality. So what does this mean? What I'm trying to get here is that you are not a limited human trying to connect with some judgmental or wrathful God or gods outside of you. You are God experiencing itself through the lens of humanity, through the lens of this temporary physical body. And that divine spark is not outside of you, it is within you. Again, the kingdom of God is within you. You are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are the creative force of the universe, temporarily focused through this physical body. You are not trying to become infinite. You already are infinite. You're just temporarily playing the game of someone finite. And I want to make this clear. This isn't blasphemy or ego. I promise you, this is the deepest spiritual truth you will find across every religion or context or philosophy or theology. You could fight me on this if you want to, but that is what Yeshua stood for. That we as human beings are so much more capable than the limitations we place on ourselves, and that we do not have to live in this fear-based, suffering-based society but that we can awake to higher consciousness and realize that there is no separation between us and God. And when we have that realization, how do we want to show up for the world and ourselves? With compassion, with grace, with strength, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to get off my soapbox and I'll just make this clear. What does this mean for your life right now? Because I went on a whole tangent. It means that every limitation that you think you have is actually an illusion. It's false. Every story you tell yourself about what you can't do, can't have, and can't become, that's just the costume talking, so to speak, not the real you. Because the real you is the infinite consciousness, the I am, the divine spark, and it has no limitations except for the ones that you accept. And when you understand this, you will not doubt yourself. Self-doubt becomes impossible. How can you doubt the infinite? How can you limit divine potential? How can you feel you are unworthy when you are literally worthiness itself? How can you lack anything when you are literally the source of all things? You matter because you are the universe or God expressing itself as you. There has never been another you. There will never be another you. You are completely unique and irreplaceable. And your worth is not defined by your achievements or your past failures. Your worth is inherent because of who you are. You are that priceless, infinite consciousness that gives value to everything else. Your potential isn't limited by your past or your current circumstances. And my friend, your potential is literally limitless and infinite because you are infinite, temporarily focused through this human experience. And you are not here by accident. You chose to be here in this time, in this body, to experience certain things and to contribute something unique to the world. The challenges that you've faced or are currently facing are not punishments. They are opportunities for this infinite consciousness within you to learn more and know itself more fully. So please listen to me very carefully. Stop fucking playing small. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop dimming your light because it makes other people uncomfortable to see your blindness. Tell them to put some fucking sunglasses on instead. You are not meant to struggle your way through this world feeling unworthy and limited. You are meant to express the full magnificence of what you are. Every dream in your heart, every vision that excites you, every goal that seems too big, but that you genuinely want to go after, these are not accidents. This is the infinite within you calling you to expand into more of who you truly are and what you truly are. When you feel fear, remember, you are not the fear. You are consciousness observing the fear. And consciousness has nothing to fear because it is literally eternal and infinite. And when you feel inadequate and you doubt yourself, remember, inadequate compared to fucking what? You are the standard. You are the source. You are the I am experiencing itself through you. If anybody tries to tell you who you are or what you're capable of, remember, they're looking at your costume, not the person wearing it. They have no idea who they're really talking to. You don't need anyone's permission to be the magnificent, amazing motherfucker that you are because that is your natural state. And I want to share this amazing quote with you by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Mic drop. That shit almost made me cry. It's so powerful. You don't need to earn your worth so remember, you don't need to earn your worth because you have inherent worth as who and what you are. You never need to prove yourself because proof implies doubt, and there can be no doubt when you recognize that you are infinite consciousness and you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. I'm not telling you this to make you feel temporarily better. I'm hoping to plant some serious seeds inside of you because this is the truth. And when you really get it, when you really embody this, everything in your life begins to change. Your relationships will begin to change because you stop seeking validation from others and you root your identity in something bigger than yourself, which is literally you. Ironic, haha. This is going to allow you to express your fully authentic self. Things in your work will change because you stop settling for what other people think you deserve or what the normal is, and you start creating what aligns with your infinite worth. Your finances will change because you stop operating from scarcity and you realize that abundance is what you are. You are the source of all things. It is your birthright to be abundant. And your health changes because you stop treating your body like an enemy and start honoring it as the temple of consciousness and as a fucking amazing gift that you were given. So I'm going to get off my soapbox, but allow me to be your reminder, okay? You are so much more than you know. You are not your doubts. You are not your fears. You are not your past. You are not your current circumstances or any of the labels that have been placed on you. You are infinite consciousness, temporarily wearing a human costume. You are the I am expressing itself as you. You are divine potential in physical form. And it's time. It is time that you start acting like it. The world needs what you have to offer, not the small, scared, limited illusion or version of yourself, but the full, magnificent being and motherfucker that you actually are. So stop hiding, stop playing small, stop pretending you're less than you are. The universe, God, source, whatever you believe, is waiting to see what you'll create when you finally remember who you are. This energy inside of us is constantly trying to express and expand in greater ways. Get out of its way. Okay, my friend, that's all. Be sure to comment your takeaways down below. Subscribe if you found this video valuable or if it reminded you of something important about yourself. I really enjoyed making it. I love you tons. I got your back. Give you a little fist bump. Bam! And if you want to join my free community for identity shifting and manifestation, you can learn about it in the description. Or if you'd like to work with me closer, I will help you to identity shift into the most confident, magnetic, badass version of yourself, the $20,000 to $100,000 a month plus version of you. You can learn more about it below. And all right, family, that's all I got. Much love. I'll see you in the next one.